We warmly welcome you to another edition of JW Broadcasting. And this broadcast is historic. In what ways? Well, think about this. The first broadcast on this station was in October of 2014. It is hard to believe, but 7 months have already flown by. That means that each member of the governing body has had the opportunity to host one of our monthly programs. And we are now starting over again. But what is truly historic about this month's program is that the governing body has approved JW Broadcasting to be broadcast, now listen to this, in over 40 different languages. Yes, this is the May program of giving our time and resources to Jehovah. The governing body has asked me to use Proverbs 3:9 as the theme for the message, Honor Jehovah with your valuable things. What are your valuable things? Giving, to offer, give the best we have. Valuable things. Not only do we owe it to Him, because He is our Creator, He is worthy of it. What are the valuable things? Material possessions, our finances. There are many other valuables offered to Jehovah. Give Him the honor. Our time. Time is a valuable resource. Offering your valuable time in the ministry each month. Some of you are able to give to Jehovah 70 or more hours a month in the ministry as regular pioneers. Can we give the first fruits of our time? Remember, we give Jehovah our first fruits. What other valuable things do we possess that we can give to Jehovah? Many have construction skills, voluntary contributions of energy and skills. Valuable things, material possessions, financial giving. For over 130 years, this organization has never solicited for funds, and it is certainly not going to start now. We don't send out monthly statements to each of Jehovah's Witnesses specifying a dollar amount that should be submitted to finance the work worldwide. I have told various Bible students that a person could attend our meetings for 20 years and never put a penny in the contribution box, and we would not know it. Jehovah, of course, would know it. Donations received do not line anyone's pockets and are not misappropriated. The governing body, not only the faithful slave, but also the discreet slave. Not only faithful, but also discreet. But often a member of the governing body spending Jehovah's money. Millions of dollars are required each month. Financial support, financial needs of the organization. Most funds come from what you voluntarily put in the contribution box in your kingdom hall. Yes, that little box with a slot that is labeled worldwide work. We in no way want to be categorized with other organizations, religious and otherwise, that coerce their supporters to donate. However, donate funds, there are many other ways to contribute, as explained usually in the November issue of the Watchtower each year. As you might have sensed, I am not shy about this subject. Now think about this, money, material needs. This is what Jehovah has commanded. Now it wasn't Moses' command. This is what Jehovah has commanded. Bring a contribution for Jehovah. A contribution for Jehovah. Gold, silver, copper. The governing body very much feels the urgency, knowing that the great day of Jehovah is near. In doing the math, we found that the amount of money flowing out will be much greater than the amount of money that we have coming in, thanking the governing body for JW Broadcasting. JW Broadcasting, jw.org website. The financial circumstance has nothing to do with a lack of spirituality or appreciation. Think about this. Jehovah's organization, think about this. We need to increase our finances. Only in Jehovah's organization could such a thing happen. Contributions, financial needs. Think about this. Back in 1990, when the decision was made to distribute our literature free of charge, some within the organization and many outside the organization thought this would be financial suicide. However, you, dear brothers and sisters, have proved those predictions completely wrong. Instead of conveying the message that the organization needed less in the way of donations, the intent was really just the opposite. But we have confidence. We're confident voluntary donations contribute what we can each month to offset the necessary expense of building new meeting places for our brothers worldwide. Another misimpression that has been brought to our attention is that the sale of property in New York City means that fewer donations are needed. To help put things in proper perspective, however, selling one of the significant properties in New York really only covered the operating expenses for the worldwide work for a few weeks. Now, that's one significant property. Again, we are not in any way desirous of creating a hardship on anyone. However, if our heart is willing, there is usually something we can do, even if it is merely offering 2 small coins of very little value, as the poor widow did. And if we think about it, a small donation from each of many of Jehovah's people adds up to a large amount of dedicated funds that can be used powerfully by Jehovah's organization. The governing body honor Jehovah with our valuable things, give valuable things, true worship. What other valuable things? Giving our skills and energy to theocratic construction projects. Now think about this. The sovereign of the universe sees you and receives your gift honorably. You are honoring Jehovah with your valuable things. In a few minutes, we will see some real-life examples that highlight the results of our giving spirit. But first, we would like to share with you a summary of how the organization uses our donations.
In ancient times, when an Israelite made a heartfelt offering to support the temple, that offering was referred to as a gift in hand to Jehovah. Today, in Kingdom Halls of Jehovah's Witnesses around the world, there are small boxes marked for voluntary contributions.
Yes, that little box with a slot.
When we give our valuable things, where does it actually go? Funds are provided to help construct new places of worship, as well as branch facilities all over the world.
Voluntarily give of their funds.
Sacrifice, voluntary contributions, sacrifice. We look forward to receiving rich spiritual gems at our conventions.
Promote the unity, governing body members and their helpers.
Jehovah's organization.
Donations, contribution, donation, a gift in hand to our Heavenly Father, Jehovah. When we give from our heart, we are expressing our love for Him, and that is the best gift we can give Him.
We in no way want to be categorized with other organizations, religious and otherwise, that coerce their supporters to donate. However, our organization, the Brotherhood, is constantly giving of themselves, literally day and night. Some family heads face a dilemma, a quandary that involves making a decision about how they will support their family without putting themselves in spiritual jeopardy. What to do?
I've always enjoyed my work. It's hard to balance work and meetings. My wife, our children, I want to make sure that they're cared for. But my boss wanted more than I was willing to give. I needed this job. I was determined to take a stand for my meetings. I spoke to my boss and explained my decision, but he refused to compromise. How would I support my family? My skills were limited. He reminded me that as a newly baptized witness, my prayers are much more readily received. I decided to look to Jehovah to provide the right job, but work never came. I never thought that it would go on so long. Eventually, I had to go on unemployment insurance so we could get by. I knew that I was doing the right thing, but I couldn't help feeling that I was letting my family down. I kept on looking, but I used my extra time to auxiliary pioneer. It was just what I needed. Eventually, Jehovah opened the door and blessed my patience with a job that was nearby with good hours for my meetings. My faith in Jehovah was stronger than ever.
Did you notice how the brother honored Jehovah with his valuable things? For one, he sacrificed his job so as not to interfere with spiritual activities. Although he was unemployed, he took the opportunity to auxiliary pioneer. He was balanced. Jehovah made sure that the brother and his family had what they needed. Let's now look at some of the specific examples of how our donations are put to good use. When the preaching work prospers, the need increases for branch facilities to organize the work and to translate and print our literature. Recently, one such project started in Cameroon, a country in Central Africa. After approval for construction was given, this video was shown in all congregations in that country.
Here at Bethel, we are happy to work shoulder to shoulder with you during this period of rapid increase. The governing body
has approved the construction of a new Bethel.
But what can you do to support this work? First, the most important thing is to pray every day for the success of this project. Second, financial support by your voluntary contributions. Third, please ask your elders for a construction volunteer application form. Prayers, your contributions, and your volunteer spirit during the exciting months ahead.
If you would like to see the plans for another branch construction project, go to the Video On Demand section of JW Broadcasting. There, you will find an interesting report on plans for the France Bethel facilities.
The governing body would like this project to be completed by the summer of 2018. How can we support this project? By asking an elder in your congregation for an application form.
Please ask your elders for a construction volunteer application form.
By your contributions,
By your voluntary contributions,
and by your prayers.
pray every day.
Our donations also are put to good use when disasters strike.
Disaster strikes, disaster contribution box.
The love demonstrated in the organization is truly faith-strengthening to see. The same arrangement to respond to disasters is in place all around the world. It is your contributions that make this possible. For this, we sincerely thank you. But as stated earlier, we provide help in many other ways by means of our voluntary donations. Jehovah's organization, The Truth,
WatchtowerJW.org.
one of our favorite segments on this program, is hearing how our brothers and sisters came in contact with the truth, valuable things.
When I was 6 years old, my aunt, who'd just become a witness, she showed me this book. And there's a picture inside I remember so well. It's of Armageddon. And that scares a little kid. I thought, I don't want to be there. But a few pages later, there's a picture of the paradise. I never forgot it, and I always thought I wanted to be there someday. So I had a couple of studies with the brother, but it didn't really make sense yet.
Well, it'll make sense later.
Something that makes our literature so unique is the unity it produces.
The governing body of Jehovah's Witnesses provides spiritual food through our publications and website.
Bible truth.
Great crowd, Bible prophecy, past century of kingdom rule.
Recently, a secular book fair was arranged in the city of Guadalajara in Mexico. Our brothers thought it would be the perfect opportunity to help the visitors learn more about the best book ever written.
Many people were surprised to learn that our publications are distributed completely free of charge.
One person even seemed a bit annoyed. He said, "How is it possible that you don't charge for this?" He said, "This is worth a lot."
One of the main objectives of our booth was to draw attention to the content on our jw.org website.
The Central America branch received approval from the Service Committee of the governing body for this event.
The Malagasy people have a tremendous appreciation and respect for the Bible. It is not uncommon for individuals to give a donation for our literature with the last bit of money they have in their pockets, even if it means that they'll have no money for the next day. And their typical response is, "It's okay. It's for God." Watchtower's reading the Watchtower, jw.org. The truth. The governing body.
Not only the faithful slave, but also the discreet slave. Don't you agree that this program has provided us with a number of examples of how we can honor Jehovah with our valuable things? As a summary, we will enjoy a beautiful music video entitled, yes, you guessed it,
"There's nothing Jehovah could possibly need. So what can I give him? I'll give to you, Jehovah, the best I have to give. I'll give to you, Jehovah, the best I have to give. I'll honor you with my valuable things."
To conclude our program, please think about this. Now think about this. Now think about this. Now think about this. Do not squander time, for that is the stuff life is made of. And thank you for joining us this month. This is